What? Okay. Pardon me. Class 1635 is the 1634, excuse me, is the steer class. Steers in the age range of 6 to 12 months. It'll be Kirsten Watson. There's a single entry.
Uh, Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you to the Colorado State Fair for inviting me to be a part of your event today. I'm excited to be back up here and out of the 105-degree weather in Fort Worth, Texas. But also it's really nice to be back with some enthusiastic breeders. I've worked with you guys in the past, and it's really been fun to see how much effort and passion you put into your breed of cattle. So in our miniature Zebu show, we're going to start with the steers, and when evaluating steers, it's really as simple as looking at a few things. The first thing is dimension, so we need them to be long and deep and thick. And then on the meat steer side, we want that good balance between muscle and even uniform fat cover. And then we need them to be structurally sound and with skeletal integrity, and that's good for a number of reasons. The first thing is animals that are uncomfortable in their joints, or have got acidosis, or are buckling over at the knees, or struggling on their pasterns, don't eat very well. They tend more to eat to survive more than to grow. And then for a long-term investment, I know some of you keep these steers until they're much older and later on in life, and to keep them around for a long time, you need them to be structurally sound and good-footed with good angles on their shoulders and hind legs. So our single entry that comes in this first class is exactly that. He's really well balanced. He's got some good muscle to him. He's got some good volume and internal dimension to him. And he's really sound on his feet and legs. He's athletic as he moves. What I like about him is he's got some chest floor and base width. So his three-dimensional qualities are genuine. Just a really nice single entry steer to start our show. Congratulations.
Okay, the results for class 1634. Yes. And the results for class 1634 was a steer class, steer ranging in age from 6 to 12 months, Miss Kirsten Watson. That was your single entry. That is your class champion. He will come back for the overall grand drive in a few moments. Now we're on 1635A. This is a steer from 12 months to under 18 months. Don Magnuson. And he is, no, that's not Don. That is the owner, I guess. And Rayon is the name of this steer. Steer was born May 14th, 2023.
There's another good single entry steer, more compact in his design and maturity pattern. He's a little earlier maturing, and with that he's easier fleshing. Really good uniform fat cover through this steer without a lot of waste at all, and he's got some nice muscle shape and tone to him. So He clearly doesn't have the length of body or the overall dimension of the steer before, but he's really well proportioned, and I like that balance between true muscle and fattening or fleshing ability. Also high volume through his center body and nice and well structured on his feet and legs. Congratulations to the exhibitor.
That concludes our 1635A class. It's a steer class, age range from 12 to under 18 months. That was Ray on the steer, and I'm pretty confident that was not Don Magnuson. So when I get that exhibitor's name, I'll let you guys know. Next up is Grand and Reserve. So we're not junior steers, okay. The next class will be our class winners that will make up the Grand and Reserve junior steer class. So we need Kirsten Watson back from 1634 and Don Magnuson from class 1635A. I am so confused.
In our junior steer championship, as we discussed before, there are big differences in type and kind between these two steers. One is more stretched out in terms of length of body, and there's a lot more growth and performance in him, and then a more compact steer that's really well balanced in terms of muscling, really strong over his top, hip and rump. He's big in his center body, beautifully fleshed and very uniform and even in his fleshing. And he's well coordinated on the move. He moves really well and athletically. He's very mobile on those feet and legs. I think with the concept of quality coming in all different shapes and sizes and colors, which we'll get into with our breeding animals, I think we're going to go with that more compact steer to be champion, and the bigger, lengthier steer is going to be reserved. Congratulations to both exhibitors.
All right. So the results of the junior steer class, Don Magnuson with his rayon steer was named the grand champion, and reserve was Kirsten Watson, their 1634 steer. JW's high low. All right, up next is our steer class 2 years to under 3 years. We have one entry, Sarah Gross with DCF Dexter. Class 1639A.
Here's another really attractive steer, and compared to the steers that came before him, he's not quite as flexible and as athletic on the move, but I think he's adequate there for a steer. He hasn't got quite the angle on his shoulder or hind leg that they do, but he still gets around comfortably enough. Maybe like to give him a little bit more jaw just to strengthen up his muzzle for foraging purposes and widen him slightly through his pin bones. But he has another steer that's got some good muscle to him, some good balance to him, and a really attractive, balanced look about him too. Congratulations to our exhibitor.
So if Sarah will remain in the show ring, we'll need. Oh, Don. Okay, pardon me. We will need Don Magnuson back with his class champion that we saw moments ago.
Of body, genuine three-dimensional width, more flexibility and athleticism, and there's just more muscle mass and tone in him. So we're going to use him to win our champion challenge. Let's put our hands together and congratulate our exhibitor. Congratulations.
Results from the champion challenge class. Don Magnuson with Rayon is your grand champion, and Sarah Gross with DCF Dexter is the reserve champion in the champion challenge drive. So now we're going to roll into our bulk classes for the miniature Zebu Show 1. And we're going to go clear up to the bottom third of the first page, and class 1620A, we have 3 entries for bull calves that are under 6 months of age. We have JW's Oliver, owned by William Hughes. Comet, owned by Don Magnuson. Justice, owned once again by Don Magnuson. So there's 3 entries in the 6 month and under miniature Zebu bull calf class.
as our first class of bull calves goes around, so when we get to our breeding cattle, we're going to look at slightly different things. I'm going to discuss a few brief philosophies of what I look for when I evaluate breeding cattle. And the first thing is they need to be able to eat, walk, and reproduce. So we're going to be looking at muzzles and jaws, feet and legs, sexual organs, and secondary sexual traits. Then I'm going to focus on the four most important economic traits in a cattle operation. So those are adaptability, functional efficiency, fertility, and longevity. You'll notice I didn't mention muscle or milk or growth, marbling. As important as those traits are, they're actually totally irrelevant if we don't first lay the foundation with our aforementioned traits. And then, like I said earlier, quality cattle come in all different shapes and sizes and colors. It's very easy to make big ones and little ones, or gray ones and red ones, black ones. It's easy to make horned ones and polled ones. The art of breeding lies in making good cattle. So my job this afternoon is to decide what I deem is a good one, and your job as breeders and exhibitors, showmen, is to decide whether my good one fits your objectives, your resources, and most importantly, your environment. So our class winner here today, for me, is the logical choice to win this class. He's got some extra length of body. He's very sound and well structured on his feet and legs. He's got some good angle on his shoulder and hock. Really strong over his top, hip, and rump. And I like the lower rib shape. He's got a really good maternal rib cage to him, so there's plenty of rumen function and internal dimension to that calf. Really exciting herd build prospect. The calf in second I like for his extra muscle shape and tone. Now he gets a little shorter spined, a little more compact, hasn't got that lower rib shape, and gets a little deep chested relative to his flank for his age. And then the calf that closes off the class, maybe the heaviest muscled of all these young bulls. Tremendous shape over his top, his wide stifle to stifle. I prefer his rib cage to the calf ahead of him. I am a little concerned about his muzzle and jaw, and I'm hoping that as he grows and develops and matures, his teeth are going to hit the dental plate more accurately. So 3 good calves in this class, and an exciting way to start our bull show. Congratulations.
Okay, the results of Class 1620A are bull calves that are under 6 months of age. William Hughes with J.W.'s Oliver is your class champion. Don Magnuson with Comet is your second place entry, and Don Magnuson with Justice is your third place bull under 6 months of age. On to our bull calf class, 1621A. This is a single entry class with the calf being over 6 months of age and under 12 months. We have William Hughes with J.W.'s Marcus Tiberius. This bull calf was born 12/12 of 2023.
Has a really long-bodied single entry to win this class. He's got some rib shape to him too. He's a little later maturing perhaps than some of the other cattle we've seen so far when you look at the length of his cannon bone. And I'd like to maybe just fill him up a little bit in the twist. But I like his fundamentals. He's got a good skull on him, he's well structured, and really good integrity in that upper skeleton. Congratulations to our exhibitor.
All right, results from class 1621A. This is our bull calf class from ages 6 months to under 12 months. Mr. William Hughes with J.W.'s Marcus Tiberius, class winner. Now we're on to class 1622A. These are bull calves that are over 12 months of age, but not older than 18 months. So 12 to 18 months. We have Pat De Niro leading JW's Mini Moose Tennessee. Not sure that cut off the rest of the name of that, but JW's Mini Moose Tennessee. I can't make the rest of that up. Single entry once again. Pat De Niro.
There's another single entry young bull that's also got a lot of utility to him, especially when you look at his rib shape and that center body dimension. You've got to appreciate that about him. He's got some length of body too. I'd like to see him a little more angular through his shoulder, get that scapula to blend back into his forerib a little stronger, and then give him a bit more flexibility in his lower joints, a bit more cushion in his pasterns, but a really nice, good type and kind. Congratulations.
The results from Class 1622A. JW's Mini Moose, led by Mr. Pat De Niro. That is your class winner. We'll see that pair back here in a few moments. Moving on to Class 1626A. This is your single entry. No, two. There are two entries. Oh, pardon me. All right, so in our next we'll be doing the under 18 months of age grand drive. We'll need William Hughes back with JW's Oliver. Then we'll need William Hughes with JW's Marcus Tiberius. And last class winner, Mr. Pat De Niro with JW's Mini Moves for our Grand and Reserve drive.
As we get into our first division drive, let's give these four exhibitors a big round of applause for the quality that they've brought us today. And I think what I appreciate about our division winner here is he's just a good balanced animal. He's balanced from nose to tail physiologically. He's got some good masculinity at this early stage. He's got some structure in terms of the way he moves his feet and legs and the way his upper skeleton holds up. And he's just a calf that puts together that muscle and fleshing ability really well. So our calf right up front is going to win this division, and then the class winner, the single entry from class 2 in this division, will be reserved. Congratulations to both of you.
So our Yeah, was the okay? Yep. Our youngest entry in that to 3 years of age, under 3 years of age. Both bulls were born in April of 2022.
I really like the young bull that wins this class. I think this honey-colored bull is full-bodied, and I really like that. I think for grass-fed cattle efficiency or animals that survive and thrive on forage, you want these animals to be full-bodied. So you want 8 pounds of sugar in a 5-pound sack. That's exactly what he is. But he's also more athletic on his feet and legs. He's got slightly better structure on that hind leg, a little more flexibility through his shoulder. And he's got more masculine characteristics through his neck and head and hump. A lot of masculinity, good testicle size and shape for his age. There's more length of body in our second place bull. I appreciate that about him. He's really extended from his shoulder through his neck. Maybe not quite the strength of muzzle and jaw or the masculinity in his head as the bull ahead of him, but I do appreciate that extra length and skeleton right up top. He could be slightly more flexible off his hind legs, but 2 good entries, guys. Congratulations.
All right, in our class 1626A, bulls ranging from 2 to under 3 years of age, Don Magnuson was first with Rave, and in second place was Pat De Niro with DBL Mini's Golden Gideon. Next up, we have 2 entries in the bull class. These bulls are 3 to under 4 years of age. And we have Don Magnuson with Switch and Kirsten Watson with Safe Haven Farms Winston.
The long-bodied proud bull in first place, you just got to appreciate the presence of that bull up through his neck and head. A lot of masculinity in him, and that correlates the way he's pigmented too. When you look at how dark he is through his hump and head, and how he progressively gets lighter down into his flank, that's a good sign of testosterone and hormonal balance, good testicle size and shape, nice easy fleshing ability to go with his true muscle shape. So a lot of volume and performance, but in a very, very good, well-balanced package. Second base bull, a little bit more moderate framed. He is easy fleshing. I like that about him. He's nice and soft to the touch over his rib cage. His big volume up in that upper rib cage. Good sweep to his lower rib cage. He's not quite as flexible and athletic of that hind leg. Not quite as masculine through his neck and head. But 2 good bulls. Congratulations.
All right, the results from class 1627A. These are bulls that are 3 to under 4 years of age. First place goes to Don Magnuson with Switch, and second place goes to Kirsten Watson with Safe Haven Farms Winston. Now our next class of bulls are 5 years and older. Our first entrant is William Hughes with Bottleberg Farms, Wall Street, and Sarah Gross with Fancher Love Ranch, Lucky. Those are your 2 entries for the bull class, 5 years and older.
Our class winner here is going to be the bull up front, and there's just a lot more muscle rippling over this bull's top and over his hip and rump. He's wider stifle to stifle, he's fuller in his twist. A bull that's really nice and comfortable on the move, and he's also got more masculinity and more manly traits through his neck and head and hump, and showing a bit more testicle size and shape to him too. I'd like to tidy him up a little bit in his feet, but at least his toes are growing symmetrically and the right size. That's a good bull. Congratulations. Second place bull, more moderate framed. I do appreciate the length of body on this bull. He's good and clean through his shoulder. A bull though that does get a little feminine maybe through his neck and head, not showing that neck muscle or the male character through his head and jaw, not showing that prominent eye bank that the bull above him has got. But good balance about him, easy moving, nice functional bull. Two good ones. Congratulations.
All right, the results of our class of 5-year-old bulls was William Hughes with Bottleberg Farms Wall Street, first place. Sarah Gross was in second with Fauncher Love Ranch Lucky. Next up, we will have our champion. Grand champion. All right. Our grand champion and reserve champion bull class. Immediately following that will be our Champions Challenge. So, all of our class winners need to get back into the show arena, as well as our second place animals, second place entrants as well. This is your grand and reserve champion, Miniature Zebu Bull Drive.
I think we've had a really good bull show, maybe a little shy in numbers, but certainly not shy in quality. Let's congratulate and appreciate these 6 exhibitors for the quality they've brought us. Let's give them a big round of applause. What I do like about this lineup is the champion and reserve that come out of this lineup are going to be balanced cattle. And balance is a word that maybe gets thrown around a little bit like equity or sustainability, and no one ever really knows what you mean. And what I mean by balance is several things. The first thing is it's that physiological balance, so all the body parts fit together appropriately in the right proportion. It's a balance of the endocrine system where all the glands are functioning correctly and they're secreting hormones at the right level, and that's all showing itself in the phenotype. It's a balance between muscle, which is the product we produce, and fat, the energy it takes to produce that product. So in bulls, we're looking for a muscle-fat balance because testosterone makes muscle. And later when we get into our females, we look for a fat-muscle balance because estrogen propagates fat. And then we're looking for hormonal balance. We want bulls with punch and grunt and masculinity, evidence of that testosterone flow. And when we get to our females later, we want females that are ladylike and feminine, faces like princesses and butts like cooks. We'll get into more detail when those females come in, but in terms of balance, I think our champion and reserve here are extremely well balanced young bulls that are showing all that characteristic. They've got mass, they've got muscle, and they've got masculinity. I'll go show you my two favorites. Congratulations again.
Congratulations to entry number 11. Where'd it go? 1121, William Hughes with Bottleberg Farms, Wall Street. That was your 5-year-old bull and older. Your reserve champion was 1102, Rave, and that was Don Magnuson as your reserve champion from the bulls that were 2 and under 3 years of age, 1626A. Now we will have our champion challenge class. So in the champion challenge class that we're seeing in the ring now is your champion senior bull, your 5-year-old bull and older, and your champion junior bull calf.
In our champion challenge, I think we've got two really good contenders, both who fulfill a lot of the philosophies I was looking for. But we're not going to get around that older bull today. I think he's just presented superbly. He's just got all that meat and mass and muscle, masculinity and soundness, tremendously well balanced. So he's going to win our champion challenge today. Congratulations.
And your senior 5-year-old bull and older is your champion challenge winner. For the sake of redundancy, Bottleberg Farms Wall Street is your winner in the champion challenge drive. So we're going to take a 10. All right, I've been instructed we're going to take a 10-minute break. Okay, we will change genders. I'm going to go from males to cows and heifers. So hang on to your seats. We'll be ready in 10 minutes. Grab a beer and some popcorn and enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you back to the Colorado State University Livestock Show Arena at the Colorado State Fair. We will now begin our cow and heifer division of our miniature Zebu show. This is show 1. We'll have another club show tomorrow morning, Saturday at 9 a.m. So we're going to start with class 1601A. This is our heifer calf. She's 4 months or younger. Mr. William Hughes, once again, JW's Even Money. Single entry in our baby heifer class.
Nice way to start our female show. A heifer that definitely isn't enjoying being in Pueblo much, but she's a good one. I just like our easy fleshing and early maturing. She's sweet and feminine and full-bodied. And the few steps she took where she was actually moving properly, she does so pretty well. So that's a good heifer to start our show. Congratulations.
JW's Even Money is the class winner in the baby heifer class. Congratulations, Mr. William Hughes. All right, up next is class 1602A. These are heifer calves that weigh that are from 4 to 8 months of age, under 8 months of age. We do have 2 entries. Miss Kirsten Watson with Safe Haven Farms, London, and William Hughes with Bottleberg Farms, Pocket. And the rest of that calf's name was cut off by the computer, but William Hughes, Pocket. Again, our cattle judge this afternoon is Mr. P.J. Butler. He calls Fort Worth, Texas home, and he is the International Business Manager for Trans-Ova Genetics. And he also runs the annual Champion of the World competition. Judging shows, speaking at events, and doing cattle consulting has taken him to 48 U.S. states and 112 different countries this far. So his passport is pretty cool.
I really like the red heifer that wins this class. I think that length of body that she's got relative to her height, that's a good indication of hormonal balance, combined with that easy fleshing ability, the softness in her flank, the way she uses her hind leg. Really good chest floor in that heifer too, and so just an overall well-balanced feminine maternal female. I like the heifer in second too. Now she's a little more compact, a little shorter from nose to tail, not quite as strong in her hip and hind quarter, or quite as flexible of those hind legs, but really well proportioned for the type that she is. 2 good heifers. Congratulations.
1 and 2. Okay. All right. Results from class 1602A. Those are your 4 to 8 month old heifer calves. Kirsten Watson with Safe Haven Farms, London, and was first, and William Hughes with Pocket was second. Okay. All right. Well, I'm just gunshot. All right. Now we're carrying on into class 1603A. Oh, we got a scratch. So single entry. Kirsten Watson is in with Skyrim. This calf was born 9/11/2023. These are 8 to 12 month old heifer calves.
As a slightly different type of heifer, longer skulled, longer bodied heifer. good outlook as her neck escalates out of the top of her shoulders. She maybe gets a little high in her chine and a little tighter in her flank compared to the heifers that came before her, but good flexibility on those feet and legs. I'd maybe just like to fill up that frame. She's got a really good skeletal frame on her. I'd like to just give her a little more fullness of body.
Results of Class 1603A is first place, Kirsten Watson with Skyrim. Next up, get into some yearling females. 1604A, these heifers are from 12 months to under 18 months of age. We have William Hughes with Jackpot, Don Magnuson with Violet, and Kimberly Ruskanen with Ella.
There's a competitive class of females, and the female that wins the class, the fawn-colored, honey-colored female right up front, there's one that I just like for her length of body and fullness of body. Tremendous rib shape on her, really strong over her top, hip, and rump. The easiest moving, most athletic female in the class. And she's full-bodied. She's full in her twist, she's full in her flank, and really strong in that forerib and heart girth. Second place female, very attractive female too. This red heifer has got good feminine qualities to her. She's got some good lower rib shape and sweep to that lower rib shape. She's just not quite as full in that forerib or as full in that twist as the female ahead of her, but good balance and nice athleticism. The female in third, I like how big ribbed she is. I like the muscle that she's got for a female. It's not coarse, but there is muscle mass there. She just gets a little tighter in her spine on the move. I'd like to relax her a little bit on the move on her spine, just give her slightly more flexibility on her hind legs, more cushion in her lower joints. 3 good heifers, guys. Congratulations.
Let's give those exhibitors a round of applause, please, in our results from Class 1604A. These are your yearling females that range in age from 12 to under 18 months. Our class winner was Don Magnuson with Violet. Second place was William Hughes with Jackpot. That's a Bottleberg Farms registered calf. And then in third was Kimberly Ruskanen with Ella.
There's a nice quartet of young females, and the heifer that wins is one that is that feminine heifer that has some mass and muscle, but is also easy fleshing to go with that. And there's no coarseness about her. She's really smooth and refined. I think she's going to be her best once she gets into production and is wet and she gets more hormonal balance back to her. Then in fourth place, a nice refined female, one that when she stands you really like her because she is feminine and she's got a nice rib shape to her, but she just gets a little compromised on the move, a little tight in her spine. I'd like to relax her on the move and then just get her but slightly more flexible of both ends of her skeleton. 4 good animals. Congratulations.
The results of Class 1606A. These are your heifers or females from 24 months to under 30 months of age. In first place, we had Mr. William Hughes with JW's Fancy Was My Name. In second place, we had Pat De Niro with DBL Minnie's Charlie. In third place, we had Kimberly Ruskanen with Holly. And in fourth place was Pat De Niro with Mermaid Farms Ms. Macy. Now, we are going to go to our Grand and Reserve Grand female class. Can we please have all of the previous class winners and second place in this drive? We will be choosing our Grand and Reserve Grand females that are from under 30 months of age. Kirsten Watson once again with Skyrim. Kirsten Watson once again with Skyrim. Class 1604A be Dawn Magnuson with Violet. And from our 24 to 30 month age class, we have William Hughes with JW's Fancy Was My Name. These are your class winners.
I think we've got a pretty solid lineup here, and there are differences in type and kind and certainly in development in terms of their maturity patterns and also their nutritional development, but I think you can all agree there's a lot of quality out here. So let's start off by congratulating these exhibitors. Let's give them a big round of applause, and then I'll work through them and give you some rhyme or reason as to why I like what I like in this division. I think the females that are going to come out of this championship are going to be ones that are functional, that are feminine, and that are phenotypically fertile. Fertility is the number one driver in any livestock industry, and it's regardless of what you want to do with that livestock. If we're going to use them for milk or beef or recreation, making more of them is where the economical traits lie. So fertility is essential, and you can phenotype fertility by combining 2 things. Number 1, hormonal balance, and number 2, high inherent body conditions. So feminine females that are easy fleshing are fertile. And I think what we've got here are 2 females that show that very well. They also have a little bit more skin to them, and that's very important, especially for the heat tolerant side of this breed. These are cattle that are renowned for their ability to withstand heat and resist insects. That extra skin allows for more sweat glands and more dissipation of heat. So we're going to reward the looser hided cattle here too. We've got 2 really good ones. Congratulations again. It was a strong division.
All right, the results of that Grand and Reserve Drive was congratulations to Mr. William Hughes, who JW's Fancy Was My Name was the champion female from class 1606. And the reserve was the baby calf under 4 months of age. JW's Even Money, once again, Mr. William Hughes. Congratulations. Next up is our older cow division. We'll have class 1612A. These are cows that are 3 years of age to under 4 years of age. We have 2 entries in class 1612. We have Don Magnuson with Liberty and Mr. William Hughes once again with JW's Delilah.
I think it's an exceptional pair of cattle to win this class. Here's a cow that when we start with the udder, and the cow behind her is very similar in terms of udder quality. These are udders that any breed of cattle would be jealous of. Very tightly suspended udders with a level udder floor, beautiful fore-udder attachment as they blend snugly into that body wall. The teat size is appropriate, they're pliable, appropriately sized teats, all pointing plumb down, and a lot of height and width in that rear udder and good median suspensory ligament on both these females. So in terms of udders, they're incredible. 2 beautiful udders on these females. The female that wins the class is a little stronger through her hip and hind quarter. She's wider through her pins, certainly more powerful, more accurate as she places that hind leg, better in her design of her hock and her shoulder, and she's got the better calf next to her. She's nursing an outstanding young calf at foot. Like I've just said, the second place cow, this honey-colored cow, doing a tremendous job on her calf, beautiful udder quality on her, good length of body. Like I said earlier, that's a good indication of hormonal balance. She's big-bodied through her center as well. Just in terms of her hip structure and the way she uses that hind leg in terms of locomotion, that's what separates those two. That's the differentiating factor. But 2 good animals. Congratulations.
All right, congratulations to our winner, William Hughes with JW's Delilah. That pair was the first place pair in the calf class 1612, and those cattle are 3 years of age to under 4. In second place was Don Magnuson with Liberty. And that cow-calf pair, both of the mama cows were born in July in 2021. Okay. Now we're into our Champion Challenge female class. Our first entry is Red Velvet from Dawn Magnuson. JW's Delilah from Mr. William Hughes. And JW's Fancy Was My Name, again from Mr. William Hughes. This is our Champion Challenge female class.
As we get to our Champion Challenge, we get to the end of today's show, and just a tremendously enthusiastic showing of high quality cattle. And thank you to the Colorado State Fair for inviting me to be a part of this show. I've really enjoyed it, and it's been challenging at times, but I think we've come out with some cattle that can certainly move your breed forward. And in saying that, for me, the pair of cattle that really represent functional efficiency and adaptability and phenotypic fertility and longevity and productivity is the pair right in the middle. They're going to be our challenge champions. Congratulations, guys. Well done.
Congratulations to Mr. 1114, number. Yep. JW's Delilah. Okay, William Hughes exhibited the Champion Challenge cow-calf pair, the pair from class 1612, JW's Delilah. Let's congratulate Mr. William Hughes. That's an outstanding pair. And thank you, Mr. P.J. Butler from Fort Worth, Texas. He is the current International Business Manager for Transova Genetics, and his passport is full of stamps. This man covers some country. As well as running the annual Champion of the World competition, he likes to judge shows, he speaks at different events, and he is a cattle consultant and has taken him to 48 United States and 112 different countries thus far. Thank you, Mr. Butler, for your time and expertise.